Hey guys, back up in North Queensland. Well, got a couple of days off from work, and I was originally going to do some stuff on the Weber and that, you know, do the old Grill Masters Club and put all those things to the test and that, but Roz is on night shift and that while I'm home this time, so I thought I'll wait till I get home on my next break and I'll do all those ribs and slow cook stuff and that, but thought I'd do a nice simple one for you this afternoon. I'm going to do a damper with a bit of a twist. And it's an old recipe that's been getting around for bloody years, and I forgot all about it. But I did some scones the other day using this, and I tell you what, they come up all right. They're just like little mini dampers. I thought they're like mini dampers, and I thought I'm just going to do a normal damper using this. This is a real simple one you can do when you're out camping and out bush, guys. Remember the old original dampers, just self-raising flour, pinch of salt and water, and just mix her up a bit and throw her in the camp oven. That's your basic damper. And then you can spear off, you can do sweet dampers and you can do savoury dampers. This one's going to be a sweet one because basically it's just going to be a giant scone. So 3 ingredients, and that's all you need. Obviously, like anything, self-raising flour, some lemonade and some cream. And that's the only 3 ingredients you need to actually make the scones or the big damper. And then we're going to top it off once it comes out. We're going to do it with some slice her up, some butter and some golden syrup, and we'll do some whipped cream and some strawberry jam. So anyway, I've just got the Ozpig. I've got the heat beads in the Ozpig at the moment. I'm just letting them burn in, wait till they get nice and white, and then I'll throw the camp oven on. I'll put some heat beads on the lid. So doing a damper, you need heat from the bottom and the top, guys, so that they cook evenly. So I haven't tried this before on the Ozpig, but I'm going to give it a go. And I reckon it'll come out alright. If they're anything like the scones the other day, they were spot on. I thought I'll just do a damper this way. So anyway, we'll get in and we'll mix the damper up, show you how to do that in a bowl. Really simple, something the kids can do when you're out camping and that, eh? Alright, we'll let these heat beads cook in, and we'll whip her up and we'll get it on the Ozpig, and in I reckon another half hour or so we'll be we're having a cup of tea and some nice big slices of damper just before Roz goes to work. Alright guys, let's get in. First ingredient, obviously, and just remember for this one, 3 1 and 1. 3 cups of self-raising flour. Nice and easy. 1, that was a little bit more than 1. 2, oh bush, oh shit, bush measurements, there you go. 3 and a bit. 3 self-raising flours. Right, and the next one, now this doesn't have to be cold, the old lemonade. Just a can of lemonade, something you probably carry in the fridge for the kids when you're out. Cup of lemonade. Now the trick with lemonade, you probably think lemonade and cream's a bit funny, but the lemonade's got all the fizz in it, guys, and that's what gives it the scones and the damper, the good fluffiness. So we'll go in with you can see that there fizzing. I'll put a little bit more in. So 1 cup of lemonade, and the other one, which you're probably thinking bloody cream and lemonade together, but don't knock it till you try it. It goes alright. And a cup of cream. In that goes. Now obviously you can add to this. This is just the base. You can add in sultanas, dried fruit, anything like that. Remember, this is a sweet one. It's not a savoury one, so you wouldn't go putting olives and bloody sun-dried tomatoes and all that. You'd put that in your basic damper. So what we'll do now is just give that a bit of a mix. I hope you can see that alright. The trick with a damper is, unlike bread, you know, you've got to knead bread and let it sit and rise and everything. The good thing about damper and scones, guys, just whack it together and, you know, and that's all you need. You don't have to sit there kneading it for 20 minutes. You just got to get it together and away you go. So you see that starting to come together now. It's soaking up all the lemonade and the cream. You can just about mix it in the bowl without having to even use your hands, almost. Keep mixing him around. Righto, so what I'm going to do now, on a clean table, I gave it a wipe down just before. Bit of flour on your table. Spread out. A few stains on there, but it is clean, guys. I gave it a wipe down with some spray and wipe before. Righto. Scoop that all off. What we do now, just fold it in on itself. And as I said, you don't need to, it's a bit bloody messy, isn't it? You don't need to knead it too much, just get it all together. Sticky there. I might put a little bit more flour on that, just a tiny bit, just so my hands don't stick to it as much. There we go. That's just about all you need there. Try and get a bit of that other stuff sticking with it. That's just about it now. That's all you need. That comes up. I'll get the jam out of the way for you. I made a bloody mess, haven't I? Try and make some sort of circle out of it there, just so it'll sit on the bottom of the camp oven nicely, because remember, self-raising flour, it's going to rise up a fair bit. Flatten him out, circle him around. That's starting to take shape now. Might flatten him out a little bit more, eh? That's about it. There you go, guys. How simple was that? There's your damper done. You'll have a bit of leftovers, that's always going to happen. Push that out of the way. And there you go. Now the trick is, just before we put it in the bottom of the camp oven, always preheat your camp oven. Make sure that's nice and warm, nice and hot. Okay, and we'll sprinkle a little bit of flour in the bottom of the camp oven so it doesn't stick to the bottom. But that's around about an inch high, I reckon, and that'll rise up nicely. And that should be a nice damper in about half an hour's time. Righto, so we'll just let these heat beads cook in a little bit more and I'll throw the damper in. Righto, so all I've got there is some heat beads actually in the bottom of the Ozpig there, guys. And I've just thrown some on the lid just to get a bit even heat. I've got the camp oven sitting on the top like that. She's starting to heat up nicely. And as I said, we always want to put our damper into a nice hot camp oven. Drop it. Righto, guys. I think the oh Jesus, that's bloody hot. All right, I'll tell you, she's hot enough. Probably a little bit too much flour in the bottom there. Spread that out. Bit of flour on the bottom so it doesn't stick. With our damper, there she is there. We'll throw that straight in the bottom. Might flatten him out just a little bit more. Might just put a little bit more flour on the top there. Righto. We'll grab our, I'll try not to get my face on the chimney there. Put the lid back on. There we go. I don't know, depending on the temperature of your camp oven, I'll give that a go about 20 minutes. And I'll pull the lid off after 20 minutes. And we'll see how that goes, eh? But yeah, can't wait for that one. Hopefully it'll work. I haven't tried it like this before on the Ozpig, but we'll give it a go and we'll see how we go in 20 minutes. Right guys, while the damper's cooking, we'll get in and we'll whip the cream up. Now the other day I did it by hand. My bloody arm nearly dropped off. It takes a while to whip it up, so either get your kids to do it, or you can do it the lazy way. The old Ryobi drill. Let's get into that. Mix her up. It'll only take a minute or so. Come back when that's whipped up. The trick with cream too, guys, is don't overbeat it or it'll turn to butter. I'm sure you all know that, but there you go. Give it a little bit more. There we go, look at that. That's how you want it. Like that, but don't over whip it. And now, whoever your favourite kid is, gets to lick the mixer. Well, I said give it to your favourite kid. Roz and I, we got kids and they've all left home, so guess who gets to lick that? Come on. Come on. He thinks it's a game of chasey. Come on. Well, guess who my favourite kid is? He gets to lick the cream off. Doesn't mind it either. There you, mate. Righto guys, I just checked it. It's been about 40 minutes. There's not quite as much heat in that as an open fire or whatever. You can usually get damper done in about bloody 20 minutes or so in an open fire. So not quite as much heat. The top hasn't gone as hard as I'd like, but underneath it it's nice and hard. So anyway, we'll get it out and we'll give it a check, eh? I'm going to come over, Roz. I'll take that off, try not to burn myself on it. Trying to get it out, it's the hard bit. Oh. Come on, out you come. Righto. You can see it puffed up a fair bit compared to when I get the cup of tea out of the way. Anyway, we'll give her a slice, eh, and see how it goes. She's nice and hot, that's for sure. That is scorching hot. Nice and crusty on there. So there you go. Not looking too bad. I'll do another bit here. Oh boy, that's hot. Alright, there we go. Not bad looking damper, guys. Come out alright. So what we'll do now, the first one, I think is the best way to have damper. Nice spread of butter on it. That'll just melt in because it's so hot. Heaps of butter, goes good on the old damper. I'll put it on the plate. Righto. And the old best thing to go with damper is golden syrup. I'll sprinkle plenty of that on. That'll soak in through the damper. Spread that out a bit. Righto, so there's that one. And I know what I've forgotten, Roz, we're going to have to pause the film in a minute because I've left the cream in the fridge. I took the cream out of the fridge before, guys. This one here, we're going to have with strawberry jam. And I'll pause it there. I'll go in and grab the cream out of the fridge. How's that for prior preparation? I forgot the cream. Anyway, I'll be back in 10 seconds and we'll whack the cream on that one, eh? Righto guys, I just ran in and grabbed the cream, and the only spoon I could find close by is the old Fred, the old army Fred, but it'll do the trick. I'll throw some cream on there. Plenty of cream. Look at that. Righto. I'll give that a go. I've already finished my cup of tea. The damper took a bit longer than I thought. But beautiful and soft in the middle. And the good thing about with a damper is it's about a dull thud when you tap on it. So you want a nice crust on the outside of your damper and a bit of a dull thud when you tap on it. Nice and fluffy on the inside. A bit like the noise you get when you tap me on the top of the head, a bit of a dull thud. That's my favourite. Golden syrup and butter on a damper, it's the only way to go. It's like the jam and cream one's not too bad either. Anyway guys, there you go. Mr. Buckarooni's damper on the Ozpig. 3 simple ingredients. Sorry for eating with my mouth full. Lemonade, cream and self-raising flour. How easy is that? And it comes out alright. Something you can do around the campfire when you're out camping. Anyway, next day's off. We'll get stuck in, we'll do some nice roasts, and we'll put that stuff I got recently from the Grill Masters Club to the test, and we'll do up some good cooking. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Rafa's eyeing it off, he can't wait to get a bit of this. We'll catch you next time, mate. See you later.